What's up, guys? This is John from Heavyset Tactical. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about a blade that I'm really excited to review today, and I'm going to put some meat processing and game processing videos out this month and this year and this season with this knife. This is a knife made by a knife maker named Robert Mcgibbin. I was introduced to him through a Facebook group that I'm a part of called Caveman EDC. You know, you guys should definitely check them out. You have to get membership into there, but it's a, you know, no fees or dues, but it's a really great group to be a part of. A lot of great knife makers and knife enthusiasts on there that I talk to every day about stuff, and, you know, you can show off some of your loadouts and things like that. So anyway, Robert Mcgibbin has Niche Custom Blade Works, and he allowed me to purchase this knife from him. And this is his, he has many different sizes, from an EDC knife to a hunter, to a modified hunter, to a some smaller skinning blades and game processing blades. Needless to say, they are very serious. So this is partially an unboxing video as well. You know, some of his cards, and there's his info. Again, I spoke to him briefly about me doing a review on his knife, and I was really excited to do it, and I told him I was going to give you guys his contact info on Instagram. He sells blades right off of Instagram. Also, I appreciate the fact that in his package, I think a lot of us, you know, this is, as pertaining to our Constitution and our rights in America, a lot of us don't know some of the original writing of that and some of the original laws that were written for man in this country. So I think it's very cool that he adds that in there. So again, no introduction needed. This is the Modified Hunter by Robert Mcgibbin and at Niche Custom Blades. And I had him do, he made a camo sheath on one side and dark brown on the other, with a really functional, great belt loop. I'll go over the sheath in a minute. Great retention. Wow. Great retention. You guys know I love that positive click. So, without further ado, this is the Modified Hunter. And this, I'm going to go over a few specs, and then we'll get to talking about it. It has a 4-inch cutting blade. It's, I think it was 8.5 inches. I am so embarrassed to say that. I didn't write it down. It's in our messages. It's a 4-inch cutting blade, and it's 8.5 or 8.8 inches. Sorry, I'm just thinking about our messaging. So, again, this is not a knife you can look up online. This is a full hand-done piece by Robert from Oregon. He's based out of Oregon. And it is Tazwood, orange and black micarta, carbon fiber. He put a really nice little lanyard, matching black and orange lanyard of paracord on the end. And that is his logo right there. The blade material is 20 CV, CPM 20 CV, which I'm a big fan of. You guys know I had a really good review, positive review from Survive Knives about their GSO line. Survive Knives uses 2 or 3 steels. They use CPM 3V, which I love. They use MagnaCut, which I love, and 20 CV. This is that CPM 20 CV. Now, what sets this apart as a game processing knife, and potentially the sharpest knife I ever have used and ever will use. Look at that beautiful recess, that tapered tang. It's a full tang, but it's tapered to cut some weight in the back there. This is a beautiful piece of artwork. The price on this knife was over $500. You know, I know each of his knives are a little different in price. Has that beautiful copper eyelet there. But yeah, I'll let you guys take a little closer look at this thing. Just, oops, sorry, I get a little a little worked up when I'm talking about some knives like this that are just one of a kind. So this is the Taz wood, the carbon fiber, the micarta liners, and then he even adds that touch of the orange in the handle there, the orange spacers there, liners there, sorry. His jimping has black Cerakote in it. You can also get it with orange, bright orange Cerakote in there, which is just beautiful. And Rob, I apologize if I'm butchering some of the beauty of this knife by, you know, not being able to articulate fully just how spectacular this thing is. So, you guys know I like doing some paper cut tests. The reason I love this knife, and the reason I say this is the best possible hunting game processing knife, this is not a hard use batoning knife. I would never baton with this. Trust me, I'm sure it could handle it, but you're definitely going to get some chips and rolls on the blade because this is a full, I know a lot of you guys don't like the secondary edges on knives, and neither do I. Sometimes it drives me crazy. I know that they do them out of the factories, but because Robert made this by hand, he was able to do a full flat grind on this knife, full flat grind, and does not have a secondary edge on it. So, watch this. This is the sharpest knife I will ever have on this channel by far. Absolutely zero restraint, zero hang up, literally none. Just unbelievable. Oh, you know how once you cut a couple pieces, it gets hung up a little bit. Unbelievable. This is probably the sharpest knife I've held or used to date. Robert also makes an excellent Kydex sheath. Great retention. You know, you can just see that after he does the molds, he takes the time to finish the outside, and the retention on it is ridiculous. Just, you guys know I love that positive click. Zero rattle. The only rattle in there is me. I keep hitting this. No rattle. That's this. Excellent retention on the sheath. Again, this isn't a tactical knife, so the rattling, you know, if there is a slight bit of rattle, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. But it is a hunting knife, so I like it. I like it very secure. Zero rattle. Just functional. And I really can't get over. This is a knife where if you're processing game and it's just getting to be the end of the day and you drop this thing, that orange is really going to make it pop just a little bit. And, you know, all these finishing aspects here that he does, you can see all the perfect grinding on all of these hand-finished edges. It is just unbelievable as far as the quality. And the enjoyment that I'm going to get using this knife is just, I cannot wait to show you guys how this thing goes through meat. These are made as hunting and skinning knives. He has some smaller blades with a big finger choil, and then about a 2.5 inch nice flat grind on it. And then he's coming out with some EDC blades. So again, I will tag his Instagram channel down in the description. I just wanted to give you guys a chance to see what, you know, a really great, really solid, well-made, hand-ground, hand-finished, no CNC machines, no production line. This is Robert in his shop making these knives. And, you know, I pay for quality, and when it comes to something like this, the quality is so high on this knife that it really is quite a sight to see. It's almost a piece of artwork. I almost don't even want to use the darn thing. But, you know, he's very quick to tell you when purchasing, you know, this knife is used as a game knife, as a skinning knife and meat processing knife. I'm sure food processing with it is excellent if you take it easy on hitting it against that cutting board. But yeah, skinning, quartering, and you know, processing game and skins, this is second to none. So, again, I met Robert through Caveman EDC, a buddy of mine named John. Thanks a lot, John, for the hookup. Yeah, he put me in touch with this guy, and Robert answered my Facebook messages immediately and Instagram messages immediately. We talked about, you know, my appreciation of his craft. He told me what he had, what he used, what the grind is, the metal is, the sizes, and what his knives are used for, and was very upfront. Now, the payment is a little different. It's not like going on a website and paying. So, you know, when it comes to me these days, that, you know, there's a lot of shady characters out there in the buying and selling world of anything these days. But Robert was so good about everything. You can Venmo or PayPal him. So as soon as I Venmo'd him, you know, he called me immediately the second I hit send and told me he got it. And then sent me a video of him sending it out at the UPS store, and, you know, the packing receipt, packing slip, and tracking number gave to me immediately. His knives have been all over my Caveman EDC Facebook group for a while now, so I know that, you know, I knew that it was a very safe bet to buy from him, and he is just a very reputable knife maker. And that Tazwood against the carbon fiber is just such a sight to see. And you don't see hand-done carbon fiber that much, so it looks very different to what you might think it may look like when you're kind of looking at it from a picture here. But yeah, what a piece of art. I'm very happy to share that with you guys and kind of show you the size and shape and kind of what Robert, all of his blades are numbered, obviously. You know, so I was really excited to show you guys this knife and just to kind of mix it up. You know, a lot of my knives are hard use, survival and bushcraft knives, a couple tactical knives in there. But when it comes to something like this, man, look at that Tazwood shining. When it comes to something like this, there is a level of quality that is just second to none. And I really enjoy being able to show you guys a different side of my knife collection. Because again, you know, you guys know I buy knives to use them. I buy knives to test them. I buy knives to enjoy them and not to just let them sit in a case in my living room or in my bedroom. So this is a knife that's going to get some use, but it's very specific use, so I can't really just go out and hammer on it. Now again, you can buy knives from him that are for a little bit different of a task, and I'm sure this 20 CV would hold up very good, you know, for some very light carving or feather sticking. But this is a blade used for one thing, which is hunting and processing game, and you know, this is exactly what I wanted it for, and I can finally get out and do some hunting these coming seasons. So I'm really excited to you know, show you guys another side of my knife collection. That jimping out there is just so great for slicing with your finger for the control. It's a very light knife. If I were to guess the ounces of this knife, I don't believe he told me the weight in our messages, but the weight of this knife, I would say, is around 5 or 6 ounces, 7 ounces at the most. You know, but probably between 6 and 8, just as a safe bet. Very light knife, very light knife. Light materials, light knife. You know, it's such a great, you know, if I'm going out hunting and I'm walking for a long time and backpacking back to a hiking spot, you know, this isn't, I'm not even going to know this thing's on my hip. So it's very light, very functional. And like I said, this is potentially the sharpest knife I will ever review for you guys. No secondary edge crap, no thickness behind the edge. Just literally the most, you guys know how you hit a paper a couple times, it gets built up on the blade a little bit. Literally, the most ridiculously hair-shaving sharp. I would not even try to shave my arm to show you how sharp this is, because it would probably slice right into my skin. Like, no lie. This is just quite a sight to see, and quite a pleasure to be able to share with you guys today. You know, I've been getting a lot of feedback on my videos, and some really cool comments and ideas for things to do. Now, again, this is Robert Mcgibbin. This is his modified hunter. You know, this blade cost me just a little over $500. He has some slightly cheaper options and different, you know, he can do different things with the handle or sizes or materials. And as far as Kydex colors and things like that, he can change up for you. And he's got a crazy new line of EDC knives coming out that are featured on his Instagram as of now. And his work with the black and orange, making it pop, is just so excellent. So I have some videos coming up for you guys that I'm really excited to do. And finally, I got some better equipment for doing my camera work, especially in the outdoors. So I appreciate you guys not giving me too hard of a time about that. And yeah, really happy to show you guys just a master at work. So again, Robert Mcgibbin, he is with Niche Custom Blade Works on Instagram. It is Rob, R-O-B-M-N-I-C-H-E, Rob M. Niche, all one word. And thank you again, Robert. I appreciate this knife so much, and just having a piece of your hard work. I mean, no CNC, all hand done, just unbelievable finish, and the fit on the Kydex is second to none. So thank you so much, Robert. And you guys know my slogan, man. Have a good week, and like always, stay safe and stay heavy.